This podcast contains paid advertisements, but more on that later. Welcome to the O'Connor Bootstrap Podcast, where I discuss how you can grow your business by the bootstraps. This applies to all entrepreneurs, from the person just starting up to the one that is already well established. My goal is to help you grow. I am your host, Isaiah O'Connor. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the concept of one size does not fit all. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I mean two things. One is the way you run your business is definitely not a one size fits all. The way you market your business is not a one size fits all, and the way you choose your business is not a one size fits all. Matter of fact, most of my advice here is not a one size fits all. I try to go with general principles in most of my podcasts. If you've noticed, if you go back and listen, I try to stick to the basic core, most important principles that are one size fits all, as in they're the core principles that you need to have to make a business run, regardless of which business you have, type business, whatever. You need to have some of these core principles, like an understanding of how to price so you don't go out of business. That's pretty big, one size fits all. You have to be able to know how much to price so you don't price too little and go out of business, and you don't price too high and go out of business. Now, how you decide on your pricing and how you exactly do that, that's completely subjective, and that's not a one size fits all. I cannot tell you that you should price X amount of dollars for X item in your business, period. In the balloon industry, one of the biggest questions I see, one of the most common questions is, hey guys, how much would you price for this? And show a picture of an item that they've created or a customer has asked them to create. And my favorite response, which I've seen, I usually avoid that one. I've seen it too many times and a bunch of people jump on it, so I just stay out of that conversation. But the best question is, well, that all depends. How much are your costs? Where are you located? Who's your target market? Because, for example, I don't know, say you live in a really rich, fancy, expensive neighborhood with all the movie stars, and you spend top dollar for everything you do just because you're rich and you want to show off. Guy shows up and you hire a balloon artist to make an amazing balloon display, and he goes, I want $30,000 for this, and you go, okay, no problem, and you just drop it. Well, you take that exact same display, go down to somewhere where it's maybe not quite so rich, but say middle class neighborhood, just kind of an average Joe, and you ask for $10,000, $20,000 for that item, you're not going to get it. There's no way. They don't have the money for it. They don't feel like doing a status symbol. You might have to charge $2,000 for that, $4,000 for that. It doesn't matter. It matters who your target market is, what people are willing to pay. You never know. So one size does not fit all. And so with pricing even, you need to know how to price enough to make money, and you need to know what might be too high for your market. So yeah, you can't just go off someone else's pricing. You should know what other people are pricing, but you can't go on of just your pricing. Now I'm going to tell you a quick story I read the other day on the subject. You never know what the upper end of your pricing might be. One guy was a stage magician, and he got a call. He was tired. It was a weekend, and he was too worn out and too tired. He didn't want to deal with another show, and they called him to book him. And so just to be kind of flippant and scare them away, he says, okay, $12,000. Way, way more high. The highest price he'd ever asked, just because he knew they would say no, and then he wouldn't have to deal with the job. They said, oh, I'm sorry, but our budget's only $11,500. Can you do that? Well, he perked up really quickly and said, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. So even pricing high can get you jobs as well. But you definitely don't want to price too high for your market. I'm a balloon twister as well as make balloon decor. I take about 125 US an hour, which is in the medium range of a balloon twister in the US from what I've seen. Now, I know people that take $1,000 for a birthday party. Balloon twisting. Of course, they do a whole show and they're amazing. And then $100 an hour for balloon twisting is pretty average, depending on your target market. If I was back home in my hometown, if I was marketing locals, I'd probably stick to around 125 an hour. If I was targeting to the really wealthy tourists that come up on vacation to entertain their kids, I might shoot for $250, depending on my target market. So one size does not fit all on your pricing. And again, for your marketing, a marketing strategy that works for your target market might not work for someone else. Or if you want a high-end target market and you're marketing in a way that would appeal to low-end buyers, it won't work. You cannot take a marketing strategy and just plaster it across the board and win with a one-size-fits-all approach. You have to be very careful with your marketing. You have to target specifically. Some people have great success with Facebook ads. Some don't. Some have great success with website SEO, paying for Google ads. Some people don't. Some people have great success with magazine ads. Some people don't. There is not a one-size-fits-all solution to marketing to anything. Now, there are some basic principles which are one-size-fits-all, but these are basement. These are the rock solid foundations that you need to build on. But what you put on those foundations can be whatever works for your situation or your personality and who you are as a person. So again, the core foundations: pricing, you need to price correctly. Marketing, you do need to market, and you need to figure out who your target market is and target to them. How you do that, that's not one size fit all. Again, back to the little tiff between DC and Marvel especially when they were doing the comics. DC would simply copy whatever Marvel did to try to reach a bigger audience. They're trying a one-size-fits-all approach. Well, if it works for Marvel, it will definitely work for us. With my copycat thing, no, it didn't work for them. But again, one size didn't fit all. What Marvel was doing was different. And it wasn't fitting everyone because, again, DC never has really figured out Marvel's success strategy. So that's another thing, where your strategy is not one size fit all. If you just straight copy someone else's, it might not work with your company, with your team, with your corporate culture, with your personality, how you drive your business. It's personal. It's not one size fits all. And of course, when it comes to your career, one size definitely does not fit all. When you're choosing a career, when you're choosing what you want to do with your life, how you want to live your life, it's very obvious one size, one path does not fit all. And you have to be careful about this, especially if you're a young kid or in your 20s and maybe even a little bit older and you're just working a regular job and you're trying to just get by until you can figure out what you want to do. People will try to shoehorn you into a one-size-fits-all job based on your skills. I've talked about this on a few occasions. Now, here's an example. I really liked computers growing up. I was very much a nerd. Matter of fact, way back in the day when Hotmail first came out, I got the original computer_nerd at hotmail.com. I was the first person to use that as an email address. I had people offering money to buy that. That's pretty early. Big computer nerd. But at the college, the only classes they had were programming. If you wanted to be in computers at my college, you could only go into programming. Well, I wasn't interested in programming. I wanted to fix them. I wanted to troubleshoot them. I wanted to make them work. I wanted to be able to build them, open them up, take them out, take apart the guts, put things back together, fix things, get my hands into the technical wires and chips and cables and all that good stuff. That's what I was excited about. But the college had just a straightforward one size fits all. If you're a computer guy, you have to be a programmer. That's it. And at the time, programming was huge. It was a big market. People wanted to push programming. Everyone that I knew that was into computers wanted a programming job because you could make good money. This is before they realized that you didn't need to be in the US to program. You could program from India just as well. And people started losing their programming jobs. But well before then, they decided a one-size-fits-all approach was the way they were going to do it at the college. They weren't offering any technical studies into computers, how to work, how to build them, how to create them, how to fix them. None of that. So picking a career in computers, it turned me off, and I decided not to do a career in computers because I didn't want to be a programmer, but if that's the only way I could get into computers was to be a programmer, it didn't fit me, and I didn't want to do it. So that ended my career as a computer scientist. That was my degree, computer science degree. Well, oh well. But anyway, that will lead me into my pitch for today, which if you really want to find out who you are, I've got my entry level finding your value package. It's $99.99, just an entry level. You send me some information about yourself, you fill out a form, I talk to you, I get to know you a little bit, and then I will try my best to find the best solution for your career for you. Just a little kind of push in the right direction. I will look at who you are as a person, not just what you're skilled at. I'm not going to go, hey, look, you're good at numbers. You should be an accountant. That doesn't usually work. You might be good in numbers and understand it and even have fun with accounting, but you're an outdoors guy and can't stand sitting in front of a computer all day. You'd make a horrible accountant. No matter how good you would be as an accountant, you'd make a horrible one if you have to be outside. So I will work with you, try to figure out who you are, what you want to be, all this good stuff. And if you want career change, same thing. You hate your current career, you don't know why you did it, you went into it for the money, whatever. People told you you're a great cook, so now you feel like you had to be a cook. You're shoehorned into your position, you don't like it. Whatever, reach out to me, check out. And of course, you can always use my free half-hour consultation just to even see if this is for you. We can talk. Kind of a little free trial. Talk to me, tell me a little bit about yourself, tell me what you're looking for. I'll see if I can help you. If I can't, I'll let you know. Okay, check it out. Anyway, you have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay, just as a reminder, we do offer a free 1/2 hour, no obligation consultation. All you need to do is go to our website and contact us through there, or you can contact me directly at my O'Connor Bootstrap podcast Facebook group or our Atheoz.com Facebook page as well. And if you would like to support this channel, the best thing you can do, of course, is to like and share and subscribe. That helps the most. Or you can check out one of our affiliate links. And of course, I do have a PayPal and a Patreon account, and the links will be in the description below. Thank you very much. You all have a good day. You have been listening to the O'Connor Bootstrap podcast and Atheoz Business Solutions podcast. For other podcasts, past episodes, and related blogs, please check out our website at www.atheoz.com. That is www.atheoz.com or theoz.com. Until next time, I've been your friendly neighborhood entrepreneur, Isaiah O'Connor.